Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody with you? How's everybody doing? I'm just trying to get it to work quickly. Okay, looks like it's steaming fine. Yeah. You could tell that I don't know why the fuck I'm awake. Let's just grab my phone so I can easily, get audio and stuff. Let's just check quickly what's going on. I'm so sorry for this, guys, but I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to post my I'm live thing on TikTok. 500 views? Okay, damn. Pavel, yeah, let's go over the team after I'm done recording. Okay, I'm just gonna put my headset on double. Hey everybody, it's a different day, not really. Can't really see anything, I don't know why. No, we're gonna restart that. Okay. Let's get rid of you. Kind of face it this way. Nah, bro, that's so bad. Okay. Hey everybody, we are live now playing NHL Ultimate Team. Just, doing the kind of grinding for Corey Perry, kind of grinding to get Macklin Celebrini maxed out. As you can see, here he is. Anyways, live now. How's everybody doing, by the way? I just need to do it. Oh my god, please. Late night NHL 25 hockey. Ultimate Team. Grinding for Corey Perry. 99 OVR. And Mac. I think this is supposed to name. And Celebrine. How do you spell? Brine. 96 OVR. Hashtags NHL25, hashtag Hockey Ultimate Team, hashtag EA Sports NHL, Twitch. Posting now. Audio is working fine, I know that. I will put my phone away and continue. Okay. Let's go through the team here quickly. Honestly, I have no idea where I'm going to put my webcam, so I'll just leave it where it is. As you guys can see, my record is actually pretty good. And if you're wondering why I always look to my right, it's because I've got my laptop on my right. It's right here on my, it's mirrored for me. So, left hand side, I've got my laptop with the screen, chat, everything popped up. monitor right in front of me, webcam right here, light behind it. I'm pointing right at it. It's kind of messed. I have to aim it like properly or else it doesn't really give what I need it to do. So let's see if I can get it to twist here and kind of bounce off the ground. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Now let's fix the mic as it's... Okay, that should be good. Now let's put less pressure on the mic. That should be okay. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so first line, we've got Teuvo Teravainen, Shane Wright, Tage Thompson, Damian Severson, Lane Hudson. Second line is Pavel Buchnevich, James Higgins, Roger McQueen with PK Subban and Megan Keller. Line number 4/3, sorry. Ivan Demidov, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Macklin Celebrini. Fourth line, Brad Marchand, Mikael Granlund, Connor Garland, and Eric Johnson, Brian Berard. Anthony Stolarz and Henrik Lundqvist are my duo in net. So let's get started on what I wanted to do. So my plan was to get 5 games done. Get the 5 games here done to get to 25 and then do the other 5 in the morning. The only reason I'm streaming right now is because I'm not tired yet and I can do something. So might as well get some kind of content. I don't know why Preseason 1's still here. Preseason 1 and 2 bonus are done. Weekly's done. Team of the Week is done. Squad battles. Moments, I need a couple more K, but there's really no real point. 88, so we're 8K away from completing the next level, which would be level 16. 81 overall team, All-Star 4 minutes. I usually do All-Star 4 minutes, but I think next year I'm going to do Superstar 4 minutes just to get that extra 200 points to complete passes a lot faster, get used to playing it at a higher level. I play squad battles mainly because it's something to do and I can focus on content rather than focus on the game. I can make content engaging. Yeah, the Cinderella runs in champions, like champs and hut rivals, the Cinderella runs are cool, but I'd much rather sit here and chat with you guys or sit here and, give you the knowledge that I've been able to garner over the almost 2 decades of playing this game. As of 26 or as of 28, have played for 2 decades. I started playing NHL in NHL 2008, which is NHL 08, if you don't know. That was the first year that I started playing the game. I was 5 years old. No, I was 4. I was 4 years old. NHL 08, I was 5 because, yeah. Yep, NHL 05 or 08, I was 5 years old because I was born in 2003, being 22 years of age now. As of NHL 28, which is in 3 years as of 26, so 4 years as of, or 3 years of 25, 2 years as of 26. It'll be 2 decades since I've started playing this game. And over those 2 decades, I've played a multitude of Ultimate Team since 2012. 14 years of Ultimate Team as of, 12 years. No, 2022 would have been 10. 24 would be 12. 26 would be 14. So, yeah, 14 years. 14 years of NHL Ultimate Team. And I've been playing since Ultimate Team's been a thing. It does get boring. It does get old. I get it. But you know what? This is like the game that I can play for hours on end and not really get too bored of it. Like, I can sit here and do absolutely nothing like I'm doing right now and just stop the puck from moving, take it slow, find my teammates, and Megan Keller gets taken up by an energy-less Fitzgerald. Macklin Celebrini from Wilson. Demidov with a good behind the back. He's going to cut in, cut over, get it back to nobody, and it's Fleury in net. Of course, the first game I play is going to be a Fleury, and somehow that goes in. Marc-Andre Fleury, everybody. But back to my main point is I've been playing NHL Ultimate Team since 2008. Or not, I've been playing NHL video games since 2008. I've been playing Ultimate Team since it came out in 2012. I've only played online up until this point of where I'm really bored of playing online because it's the same, like, 8 teams that I face year round. Like, you know, the originally it was the Subban, the Krejci, the Chara, you know, the Ovechkin, you know, the Bobby Ryan, Derek Ryan, Erik Karlsson, Sidney Crosby, Malkin, Fleury, Brodeur. Like, it's the same team all over again. Carey Price. But nowadays, you know, it's McDavid, Makar, McKinnon, Draisaitl, Kyle Connor, McDavid, Draisaitl, McDavid, Draisaitl, McKinnon, Makar, you know, Zachary. Like, there's so many names that are in the same team every year. And I'm like, I want to change it up. I want to play something different. And the best way I've found to do that is by not focusing on the online part as heavily as I did in previous years. So this year I decided I was going to do offline only this year just to see what it's like to, you know, feel out the game and be a casual for once, even though I'm a diehard. I'm top 1% of every year since 2012. Top 1% of players. I'm currently 150th in the world for squad battles. You know, it's how it is, and that competitive nature never leaves me. It's just the will to sit there and endlessly grind online and, you know, get those annoying losses that stunt the growth and stunt the team and stop the team and make me not want to really, you know, commit to a grind. Having offline as an option used to, you know, piss me off and, like, why do they have it? Get rid of it. It's stupid. But now I use it as a, you know, a form of building my understanding of the new games, and I build myself until I'm comfortable enough with my team and with the mechanics to then go into Ultimate Team and go into online and go into World of Shell with the knowledge that I gained from Ultimate Team. That's how it's been every year since World of Shell has come out, where I play Ultimate Team and then learn all the new mechanics, learn everything how it's played, how the game should be played and how the game shouldn't be played, all the recent glitches, all, you know, that stuff that I used to do. I don't bother with the glitches anymore. Yeah, maybe the 1 or 2 odd glitch goals or glitch moves I'll do, but, you know, I don't like playing that way. I like actually outplaying my opponent and outclassing them, not using an exploit in a game where I can just use my skill of protecting the puck and puck movement and stick movement. Like, I've garnered these skills for years. Why not use them? Like, what's the point of doing a glitch goal or a glitch move? It just shows that you can't win without them. And the second you try and go for stuff without them, you can't. Because you're so used to having that glitch move in your arsenal that once they take it out or once they patch it, you basically relearn the entire game. But for me, I play to make sure I can outskill you and outmove you and outpuck movement you and outshoot you, as you can see. Yes, it's AI. Yes, it's Fleury. But still, like, my puck movement, my puck protection is the only reason I'm scoring these goals. And, you know, the only reason it sucks. Honestly, it really sucks. And it's unreal to feel the unwanted need. And I need to check on my webcam and shit's working because this stupid PC just refuses to stay normal. Properties. Yep, Yeti stereo mic. It's going to do that every once in a while where it's going to cut out. I need to see what's going on with it. I need to figure out what the hell's going on with it because it's starting to piss me off. Like, it disconnects and reconnects and disconnects and reconnects. Like, what is happening and why is it doing that? It's probably something with my power bar, like my USB hubs. I've got 2 USB hubs connected to it. So maybe I just get rid of the useless ones that I don't need. Like, the ones I realistically don't give a shit about during my streams. Which are, you know, anything that I don't use. Like, anything that's on my PC that I need, I'll just move to, like, an outlet or move to another thing. Because honestly, there's no point of having it plugged in if it's not going to be used. Like, my keyboard is good, but I barely use it. Mainly because I only use it for when I'm making, editing thumbnails and writing titles, descriptions, things for YouTube, things for TikTok. Sorry, my throat's just getting really annoying. I had a drink earlier, and it was a energy drink, so it's just doing the normal attacking the throat kind of thing, attacking the stomach, but it'll go away soon. That's a good play, Macklin Celebrini. Sorry, I have to. Sometimes when I see something cool, I just, lose thought because I do have ADHD. You've probably known that if you see my streams or my YouTube videos. I do have ADHD, so I go off track and off topic a lot. 99% of the time, I go into a video with a topic, an idea, a set plan, a set script, and I just go completely off the rails. Like, one day I was planning to record a episode for our new series called Wilbert and Gilbert, where myself and a friend of mine, we go through World of Shell and climb the ranks of World of Shell, talking about real-life NHL, news, NHL rumors, what we want to see in, next patches, or, we talk about Ultimate Team, we talk about Be a Pro, franchise mode, we talk about the real stuff, obviously, the real league, both women's and men's, so the PWHL and the regular NHL. And honestly, in my opinion, it's going to be way easier next year when we actually get a fresh start and have fresh stuff to talk about. The reason for the lack of uploads and updates on YouTube is mainly because I'm losing the will to make content on NHL25 because we're so close to NHL26 that it's like, what could I do to carry over to NHL26 from now? And I'm thinking maybe just weekly and maybe daily Ultimate Team stuff. Every update day I post a video about the new stuff coming out, even though there's literally nothing. It's quite literally just a Team of the Week builder at this point is the only thing we have. Maybe I can start, the closer we get to NHL 26 is where I'm going to start talking more about NHL 26 Ultimate Team, my plans for the future of the game, my plans for this year's cycle, meaning the next 12 months. From September to September, the next 12 months, I'll make a video. It's probably going to be a half hour to 15 to a half hour long. 15 minutes to a half hour long, of my plan for the next 12 months, whether it's, just my Ultimate Team plan, or I sneak in a little bit of Be a Pro, sneak in a little bit of franchise mode. But 9 times out of 10, it's going to be me talking about Ultimate Team, mainly because that's the main game mode I'm going to play. Honestly, it's just, the other game modes are fun for short stints of time, but they're not fun to, fully commit to. That's why Ultimate Team is my Ultimate Team, and World of Shell are my 2 game modes I'm going to fully commit to. Ultimate Team, World of Shell. Those are the 2. I'm going to do a fringe series on the other game modes, like franchise mode, Be a Pro, maybe even the PWHL franchise mode, and just, maybe I do online versus where I host weekly, little tournaments and then go into a YouTube video. For my viewers and friends to 1v1 each other with their teams. And, winner gets to advance to the next video kind of thing. Like a gauntlet tournament where if you win your game, you advance to the second video, which is the second round, and then you keep going until the final is decided. It's going to be best of 3s, meaning first to 2 wins. First to 2 wins, best of 3s, just to keep it light and easy. Each episode is going to be 1 game. So the first game will be an episode, second game will be an episode, and third game will be an episode. And that'll be each round. Similar format to the NHL playoffs. There's going to be 4 rounds. Each player is going to get at least 2 rounds to try and win, because we're going to have the first round, which is the winner's bracket, then the second round, which is the loser's bracket. Whoever wins the loser's bracket final will go on to play the winner of the winner's bracket, and that's our final. That's how we're going to do it. We're going to do a 3-round system. The winner of the winner's bracket will automatically get a bye-in to the final, because there's only going to be 4-ish people competing in this tournament originally, and then we'll probably grow eventually. So, yeah, that's the basic series kind of stuff that we're looking at. But the biggest one is NHL26 Ultimate Team. I have officially decided that my Ultimate Team for next year is going to be a Montreal Canadiens / Red Wings / Montreal Victoire kind of mesh of players, just to, keep the theme team system there, where majority of the lineup is going to be Canadians and wings. Guys by the likes of Caulfield, Suzuki, Slavkovsky, Demidov, Dobson, Hudson, Newhook, Gallagher. I might even include Michael Hage. I might include Jacob Fowler if they get their cards. And, that'll be like the bulk of the lineup. Joshua Waugh, if I need it. Just Newhook, Xhekaj, Struble, just the basic lineup. Montembeault, obviously, Dobej, too. Maybe past greats like Carey Price, Chris Chelios. Literally anything that... anybody who's ever put the sweater on for the Canadians is going to be picked one way or another if the team is fitting and it needs it. Then with the wings, it's going to be the same thing. Raymond, Larionov, Larkin, Chelios. You can pick both. And then the biggest one is Fedorov. Not Ivan Fedorov, whatever his name is. Fedorov is back in the game, and I'm going to pick Fedorov and Hemsky. Those are going to be the two icon in here. The one in hero and one icon that I pick are going to be Hemsky and Fedorov to start off my team, and then build around them with Canadians and Red Wings to start off. And then once I get more comfortable in my team, like an 84 or 85 overall team, I will start looking through the PWHL promos and the cards there and picking cards from those teams, which is the Montreal Victoire. So players by the likes of Marie-Philippe Poulin, Laura Stacey, Aaron Ambrose. If, to my knowledge, Claire Dalton is still on the team, I doubt she is. Just like mixing it up a little bit. Maybe that's my third and fourth line. Put the Wings and Canadians cards top four, and then the Victoire cards on the bottom six, and just try and figure out where I can expand, where can I, improve based on promotions released, and, follow the same system for the entire year. One that I tried to implement this year but totally gave up on and totally forgot about, where, I get 2 cards per promo no matter what the cards are. Even if it's not a Canadians card, a Wings card, or a Victoire card, just get 2 cards from that promo in general. And then say it's October and the Halloween event comes out, the Halloween promo comes out, and the MSPs are decent. I will get 2 MSPs, use them to complete the challenges for that event, which is a 2-week basis. Then, start of the next event, if there's a Canadians card, a Wings card, a Victoire card, or any kind of legends from the alumni systems of those franchises, not including the PWHL because they don't have one yet, I will look at the promos, see if there's any cards that I like. If they have ones of the cards that I mentioned, the Canadians, the Wings, and any alumni from those teams, I could say, like, hey, I want this card. Let's sacrifice these 2 MSPs for this card. Kind of like, have a system of getting 2 cards per promotion, no matter if it's the cards I need, to then use those cards to sacrifice for cards that I could use in my ultimate team. That's my system I'm going to do next year, but I'm also going to be doing a thing where I tried to do this year, and I failed miserably. Very, very miserably. Where I was going to follow another style of content that YouTubers for the NHL genre do, / streamers also do this too. They do it live, and they just upload the highlights and, the funny moments from their streams in edited up YouTube videos. And my plan is to, from Monday through Friday, the work week, I'm going to grind challenges, complete objectives, save packs through those 5 days. And then the Saturday morning stream, which is 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern, I will open up all those packs that I saved in those work week days. And then as of Sunday, I start Sunday ready to grind the next week's objectives. The Tuesday update day, Wednesday update day, and Friday, either week 2 of the promo or new promo. Just be ready for those events and keep the fodder high. If you don't know what fodder is, it's a FIFA / EAFC term. Other sports games use it too, but mainly it's those, non-NHL games where it's basically your collection, your team. You basically, like a fodder and a cannon. fodder for a cannon. Like, it's not cards you want to use. It's not cards you want to keep. It's more or less they stay in your club, take up space, and you pull them out when you need them. For objectives and challenges and team-based events. It's just based on having a loaded collection of players. Like, say, for example, my friend needs a player for their, theme team, and is a player for specific challenges that week. I can say, hey, I will loan you this card to do those challenges. But the second you are done with those challenges, we have to come to an agreement of either a trade and release kind of thing, where I trade you the card, you give me someone in return, whether it's future considerations. In the future, you give me a card, or I get that card back. Just to keep a steady system of, hey, you're borrowing this card. Just know that if I need it back, I'm going to ask for it back. And obviously, if it's like an 85 rated card, I'm not going to give a shit about an 85 rated card. But if it's a 90, like a 92, 93, I'm going to be like, hey, if it's anything above 85, 86 and above, I'm going to be like very strict on, because I need those cards for later events in the later half of the year. January and onward, 86 and above is very useful. As we saw with promos this year, they're probably going to follow the same path. 85s are going to be obscured near January. 86s will come in. Maybe 91s by January are going to be like the hot shit. Like, every base promo is going to require like an 88 to 91 for a majority of January till about May, and then April, May is when they start doing, 90s for base objectives and 90s for base rewards. So we could just see a steady increase of those cards being required by friends, and I will, without a doubt, give them access to those cards in a borrowed system. Like I said earlier, I mentioned it briefly, but I can go more into depth detail about it. The trade system that I'm going to be implementing is, say new challenge week or new objective week comes out, and there's a card that they're chasing, but they need a specific player / team / item to do those challenges. I'll be like, hey, I have this card, I have this team, I have these players from this team or this system. If you need them, ask, and we will come up with a plan of an idea. We can trade for cash consideration, which is coins in game, or we can trade for card consideration, whether it's current or future. Most of the time, it's going to be future considerations, because it's helping them with a team, helping them with a choice, helping them with something, and I can just keep an easy managed book of, hey, what cards are out, what cards are where, what cards could I get back, what cards do I need back. Say a new challenge comes out for my theme team and I need the card back. I'm like, hey, I know you need it too, but I loaned it to you, finish the challenges that you're on, and give it back, and then I'll loan it back to you after I'm done my challenge creation and challenge completion. Because let's be honest, with the amount of hours I'm going to spend on NHL26, I'm going to have challenges done within the first day or two of them coming out, probably within the first 6 to 7 hours of those challenges coming out. And then I'll be able to give it back to them by the next time they log on. And it's just a system of like, hey, I'm helping you, you're helping me. Obviously, we're not going to abuse it. We're just going to use it in situations where it's for our theme team. And if they ask to keep the player, I'm going to be like, okay, you have to give me future considerations of a higher value, or you give me cash consideration now at this moment to keep that player, whatever the card value is worth. So say, for example, it's an 87 overall William Nylander in December, January. I will look at them, and I'll look at the market value of that Nylander card, that specific card, whether it's a Team of the Week, a promo card, or base card. If he somehow gets an 87 overall base card, I will say, hey, this is X price. Nylander is going for this price. Can we meet in a easy ground? Like, I'll go 2-3K under market value, maybe 4K, maybe 5K under market value, but depending on the expenditure, depending on the budget the player has. And I'll say, like, hey, I get it, you want this card, but I'm going to need something that guarantees I can either replace said card or have an ability to bolster my fodder base, bolster my coin base. to have a chance of getting these cards. And it comes down to, is this person worth giving this card to? Am I going to see a return? Am I going to see a less than significant return? Or am I going to see an exact return? Kind of treating it like real life NHL or real life like kind of franchise mode type thing, where it's like, I'm going to give you this player, but I want future considerations or cash considerations now. It's more or less to keep me safe. It's to keep me safe and friends safe. Just so they know what they're getting and how they're, they're not going to get scammed. They're not going to get a situation where they buy the card and then it's going to be a different card. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. I've seen people do that in the past, which, pisses me off. I'm going to be as fair as I possibly can. Like, if I pack like a 90, say this is January, and I pack 86 or 87 overall card that I could use for my team, but at that time I don't feel like using that card, I can auction it off to other players in my friend group that play the game and say, hey, I've got this card. Does he fit your team? Does he fit the boosts active? Does he fit the competitive season for your team and what challenges you're grinding? If you need a fast playmaking winger, if you need a gritty 2-way forward or 2-way defenseman, offensive defenseman, defensive defenseman, if you need a sniper, if you need a 2-way forward, if you need a power forward, a grinder, like if it's a specific kind of card type you need to bolster your team, whether it's size or abilities on the ice, I'll be like, hey, this is the card I have, this is what I need, this is market value, give me an offer of cash consideration or player, etc. Like I said earlier, it's just a way to guarantee an ability to have security and to know, like, hey, I'm taking this seriously. I'd like some kind of serious consideration in the background, whether it's from other people or future consideration. Like, it's just easy to manage. Yeah, it sounds really weird and it's like nitpicky and, forceful, but I'm like, this is going to be my main source of, content of like, hey, I might need this card for a series in the future, whether it's, my favorite 5 players of the week, my favorite 5 players of the month. That's the kind of stuff that I'm going to be doing in NHL25 or NHL26, sorry. I'm going to be doing like top 5 players of the week, top 5 players of the month, top 5 players of, the promos, all that stuff. And eventually I'll start making content later in the year when it gets towards January of like the cards that I see getting, the better cards leading up into the team that I'm building, weekly updates, daily like chase card updates. It's just little things to guarantee a steady growth of content and a steady growth of my decision making when it comes to what videos can I make, what videos do I want to make, how do I want to make them, how do I want to execute them. It's just to give me some security and give me some knowledge based decisions, because the last thing I want to do is make a decision on a series and then abandon it after a couple of weeks. I'd much rather start a good series that I can keep consistent and, start it, a couple days a week and then start doing it daily. For example, a series that I'm thinking of doing daily is the Who Should You Choose in terms of how to start your ultimate team, where to start it, what to start with, and who are the base players you want to start trying to, get towards if you want specific niches, specific teams. And I'm going to kind of do like a intro to Ultimate Team NHL26 edition. So, the first day of every month, I'm going to, release a, intro video, kind of like intro to Ultimate Team. Because you never know, someone new picks up the game every day. Someone new that has never played the game will see it online. You've seen the 100,000 of those reacting to NHL biggest hits, NHL best goals, filthy deeks, biggest moments, controversial moments, those kind of videos of people reacting to, and they say, hey, this looks sick. Is there a game version of it? They find it. They say, ooh, I want to try this. And they, they find a game they can play on a fringe basis, meaning not all the time, but sometimes. Or they find a game, they like it, they play it forever, and they fall in love with the games culture, then they start watching the sport more. It's just one of those things where it's iffy, it's situational. But I could see it helping a lot of people based on, my knowledge. Like I said earlier in the stream, I have been playing NHL games since 2008, when I was 5. I've also been playing Ultimate Team since it came out in 2012, so I've got a high knowledge base with Ultimate Team. I've got a high knowledge base with the game in general. If it's franchise mode, be a pro, online versus, World of Shell when it came out in 2017. And I can give my knowledge on those game modes when I want to, but I'm mainly going to focus on NHL Ultimate Team because that's what I'm going to be playing most, and that's where all my knowledge is really going to sit. I'd say if I had to split it up, I'd say it's 70% Ultimate Team, 10% franchise mode, 5% be a pro, and 5% online versus is probably the best way I can describe my knowledge base. And, it's going to carry into, a series of Who Should You Choose, where every week I will release a video called Who Should You Choose, where I go through the week's released cards, the Team of the Week release, any of the new, midweek promo stuff, the Wednesday promo stuff, the Tuesday promo stuff. If there's free cards of the week, who should you go for? If it's worth it, because EA likes to do this thing. They're called bound cards. They're really stupid, in my opinion. They help you early on with squad building and team building. They do save you if you're going to rock on a hard pace where it's like, hey, I just sacrificed 2 or 3 cards from my Ultimate Team to get a new promo card that I really wanted. I'm stuck in terms of players. You have previous seasons XP cards you can go to, kind of upgrade them to full using the collectibles that you've saved up, or upgrade them to whatever overall you can get them to. And, to build your team out like that from the bottom. My suggestion is know who you're going to get going into the game. If you have a select, 5, 6 players that you're going to gun for early days, gun for those cards. Once you get them, then plan out the rest of your team. Don't, have a mental image of the team that you want, and, pick, 5 players. Halfway through getting those 5 players, you think of another card that you want to get. Don't do that. It's going to burn you out. You're going to be so confused of what you're going for on that specific day. Don't be like me and have a complete planned idea of what you're going to do a month to 2 months before the game even fucking comes out. I have a video idea that I'm going to do and film it and do it tomorrow, where I'm going to talk and go through my team for next year and what I'm going to build. And it's going to go up on YouTube tomorrow around 5 p.m. Eastern after my stream tomorrow, because I start my stream at 4:30 p.m. And I'm going to... Or no, I start my stream at 8 a.m. actually. 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. I'm just here for an hour just to, give you guys the knowledge that you'll need for the future of this channel and my YouTube channel and all my other socials. But, again, back to my ideas. I'm going to do a video tomorrow talking about my NHL Ultimate Team for NHL26, and my plans on how I'm going to manage, not burning out. Because, let's be honest, the average player, if they played the amount of games that I play a week, they played the amount of, things that I do a week. It's something to do while I'm watching the sport. When I'm watching my, Canadians, when I'm watching the Leafs. Yes, I do watch both franchises. It's a really weird system. Majority of my family on my dad's side are Leafs fans. Majority on my mom's side are Canadians fans. Majority of my friends are Leafs fans. So I have to, I have to suffer through the pain as a Canadians fan, watching the make me laughs try and win a game against the Sharks and lose in shootouts. It's fun. It's really fun watching when they lose, because it's an Atlantic team. It's, a rival in a way, and it's fun. But when the Canadians lose, it's a different story. I'm depressed. I'm not happy. I'm, somewhat angry with the refs usually, or I'm angry with what players did what wrong, and I nitpick, and you'll figure that out the second the season starts. Literally the second the preseason starts, you'll figure it out based on my pregame and postgame videos. And it'll be a daily thing. Every day there is a Canadians game, there's going to be a pregame a couple hours before the game, like 4 or 5 hours before the game. Then there's going to be a post-game minutes after the game ends. I will record it and then edit it and then post it probably an hour after the game is done of my thoughts of the game and, which players stood out, which players, stood out in the wrong ways, and how good the starting goaltender was, and how I felt about the coaching staff and the management and their decision-making. And, maybe I'll highlight some other players from the other team in that game that I liked and didn't like. Obviously, it'll be a little bit biased because I'm a Canadiens fan watching another team, play against us. But it's just little things like that where I can easily just mimic, the biggest stars in that genre. Let's be honest, the Leafs fans know who I'm talking about here. Leafs win, Mr. Steve Dangle. Come on, Steve Dangle. He's been my inspiration for even starting that series in general, because I haven't really seen anybody with his level of energy, his level of passion, his level of dedication to a franchise on the Canadian side of that coin. I mean, obviously, Whiskey Lung, Hockey Junkie, you guys, I do appreciate the insight and stuff you guys do. If you guys ever see this, I'll be surprised. But also, the bigger guys, Eck, Hockey Psychology, when they do random little nitpick videos on these teams. It's very rare, but, when they do it, I do appreciate. As a fan and as a content creator, I do appreciate when they, take in consideration, hey, little old us, the Montreal Canadiens. I know we've sucked for the last 10 years, but you know what? I think we are on an up. If last season was a teaser, damn, I'm ready. Because Lane Hutson, 66 points by the end of the year, ties Larry Murphy for the league best rookie points as a defenseman at 66. And then obviously Ivan Demidov, depending on where you're from, depending on how you say it. He's coming, and we might get back-to-back Calders. Michael Hayes when he comes into the system, Jacob Fowler. And obviously, our guys, Cole, Nick, and Suzuki. What the fuck did I just say? Cole, Nick, and Uri, like Slavkovsky, Suzuki, Caulfield, like those three have been our bread and butter for multiple years, since 2021, I'd say. But we are on the up. And, to close out how I'm feeling about this year and NHL26, it's just going to be... It's going to be an unreal feeling knowing that the game is fixing itself and we're hopefully going to see a better system, a better way of content carrying, a better way of stretching out the game and not, like the second January hits, everybody just dumps off the face of the earth of the game and the player base jumps from a couple 100,000 to probably 10 to 12,000 daily. It sucks to see, but, World of Shell makes up 90% of that because of the microtransactions. Ultimate Team kind of gets left in the dust, and it sucks. Ultimate Team, it really sucks that it gets left in the dust sometimes, because I feel like this game mode deserves the love, deserves more people, but, again, that'll